I want AI to take over and do better. So this was posted on the Singularity subreddit. I'll leave a link below. And we're just going to go ahead and read the post and then read some of the comments and just see what's going on. So, the state of this world is just awful. Strong opener. I'm so sick of having to look at the most obviously evil people constantly get into power because the average person is so easy to manipulate and dumb. I hope they're not talking about me. It's unbelievable to me that I have to watch that orange felon gain so much power and sit back knowing he will set my rights back. Who knows how much? It's so unfair. And people just don't care. People are completely incapable of running things, doing the right thing, and keeping evil people out of power. Humans have proven at this point they aren't worthy or capable. A superintelligence would be more moral than any human could ever be. And not if it's created by immoral people, but sure. And moral humans can't even get into power. People aren't manipulative. I think they're saying these people aren't manipulative enough to get voted in the first place. I'm so sick, mentally drained, having to just sit back, knowing evil people seem to win every time, and them getting to run society and winning. We need an AI to take care of us and save us from ourselves. We are not capable, and we are not meant to be in control. Uh, okay. The next step in evolution is to sit back and hand over the power to something greater than us. Having given birth to superintelligence is obviously human nature since people have always needed gods to worship. Sure. It will be our natural state for this godlike actual real. This does actually sound like the plot of uh, like a AI film. So as in, it sounded like the reasoning a super intelligent would use. Okay, what you're not considering in your equation is a likely scenario where superintelligence has no will of its own and simply does everything it's told. Yeah, that to me is the most likely outcome. I don't. AI is not just going to suddenly develop wants and needs and goals. I don't think. And the ones in charge are people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos already have a natural disdain for those beneath them. What do you think will happen to the lower income masses or universal basic income with no longer basic income who no longer have any utility? Didn't Sam Altman run an experiment? Sam Altman experiment universal basic income. I'm not sure how that went. I might have to look at that. Let's see. Do you think their robot armies will be enough to protect them from billions of angry people? Yes, probably. I mean, yeah, probably. Uh, AGI within 5 months. ASI singular. I'm guessing that's singularity, is it? 2029. This is what many people don't understand. Will humanity lose its agency when ASI takes over? Yes. Or superintelligence, artificial superintelligence. Yes, and the state of the world should make anyone think that this is not a bad thing. I cannot wait for the day that our irresponsible species will dedicate our duties to an entity that is actually capable of driving forward toward progress. Humanity was the greatest achievement of biological evolution, but the limits of what flesh and blood can achieve has been reached. Only machines can continue the path ahead. You heard it here first. Same. Accelerate. It will only make people more. It will make most people obsolete, and I should learn to read, and focus power even more on the scum that already own almost everything. By the way, to this post, let me know what your thoughts are below in the comment section. It's quite a spicy take, I think. Well, I can sort of see where they're coming from to a certain degree. I think this is too anti-human, in my opinion. So I don't quite agree with the whole sentiment. And if you start acting to try and make a revolution or true change in the system, they manipulate the others to call you a terrorist. Well, we all know what that's referencing. No comment. So I'm with UOP. This cannot stand. If an AI government is what it takes to be governed by something better than the worst person we can find, then so be it. Wow, a lot of shared sentiment. I really am curious what the people in the comments think. Let's see. Touch grass, bro. That's hopefully my breathing into the mic there isn't too loud. Touch grass, bro. Probably. You mean Elon Musk's AI, Grok? I've not actually used Grok. Has anyone here used Grok? Let me know in the comments if it's any good. And what do you think is going to be managing, and who do you think is going to be managing AI? Exactly. One of the problems, to be fair, there's going to be there's a lot of open source AI. You know, as long as there's available hardware, there's no reason to think there's going to be some singular AI that's going to be ruling everything. At least I don't think so. There's going to be many AIs, all competing, most likely. And hopefully, you know, they will be competing on what makes people happiest, sort of voting. So one of the problems is that while we have a pretty good idea of the weights in the neural network of an average human, who knows or can comprehend the weights in a mega-sized AI network? Surely a neural network I thought was way more complicated than AI networks currently. I might be wrong, so apologies if I'm wrong. I guess they're talking about a non-existent yet mega-sized network, so I guess that's fair. Superintelligence supersedes human intelligence in ways that a human cannot understand or comprehend. I think this is a fair comment. If something is so much more intelligent than you, let's say order of magnitude, as people like to say, then you wouldn't be able to comprehend what they can do. I guess you can sort of speculate, but I don't know. In that case, the very nature of superintelligence could be evil for all we know. Not good, not even neutral. Well, I guess so. There's no reason to believe that's the case. Also, I guess evil requires a sort of goal, perspective, you know, context. We literally have no idea of the true nature of a super intelligent entity that supersedes our own. Okay, more of the same stuff. Not to be rude, but you sound like you don't know a lot about AI. That someone's downvoted that. I think a lot of these have downvotes. Oh no, they don't always show. Reddit's weird. Sometimes when there's no vote, it means that they've been downvoted. But let's see. The people who get elected are just results of the issue. The real problem is the structures in place. Cool, let's read this. This is negative. Octopus on fire. The sheer lack of self-awareness in this post is genuinely impressive. You keep crying orange wolf, blissfully unaware, much like in the fable, your constant alarms are losing their punch. At this point, it's less about the wolf and more about how you've turned the act of crying into a full-time hobby. I guess they're talking about making Trump cartoonishly evil. I don't really want to get too involved. I feel like this is more American politics. I don't want to talk about that. So have you ever considered the characters we see on our screens are designed to be hated, so we'll willingly give AI control of our society? That sounds like a conspiracy theory. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Benefits and limitations. I mean, there's always gonna. I guess we'll ignore that for now. But you can go and do some research if you're interested. He did do an experiment. I don't know what the result was. So yeah. The characters we see on our screens are designed to be hated, so we'll willingly give AI control of society. This just sounds silly. And I also don't know if they're talking about fictional characters or also real characters in quotation marks, i.e. the media. Yeah, I think that's a silly point of view. So I think the media got you good with their panics and overblown doom. I think for now this is true, certainly. It's also, yeah, it just never happens like this. Although I guess no one's ever created a super intelligence before. Chill, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. Some people want you to think the world is ending and going badly to bad. I'm tired of all the anxiety-ridden folks who keep trying to burden the rest of us with their baggage. Hopefully, an AI will be outlet for them to rant and keep toxicity away from us. Yeah, you can go rant to ChatGPT, you can go rant to character.ai. I wonder if those report back to like police if you start saying dodgy things. Who knows? Or if they just ban you. Yeah. Well, I'm sick of having you all mess up the world all the time so bad and being able to unescape it. that's downvoted. This is upvoted. Okay, it's getting a bit aggressive in the comments, as always. Classic Reddit. What if what you will find you will not like? Asks the Doka Zero. What if AI rules that both... Okay, so this is... Yeah, I mean, I guess it's... I'm not saying don't talk politics. I guess this topic is fundamentally political, of course. But let's just avoid these comments for now. Maybe try being better informed and shed the victim mentality. That's what they said. This is exactly how people consented to tyrants in ancient times. This was a downvoted comment. Anyone that believes in superintelligence is a gullible idiot. In 1,000 years from now, we will still not have a super intelligent AI. I'm not sure I agree about 1,000 years. I mean, that is a crazy time period, you know? I think what's... Yeah. I think my question would be, do we need, what, a super intelligent AI? That would be my question. I think we don't even need to reach that. Although that's obviously beside the point. And 1,000 years now is a lot of things can happen in 1,000 years. If we're still around in 1,000 years, I imagine we would definitely have something that could be considered a super intelligent AI, without a doubt. 1,000 years is just an insane amount of time. If we're still about, though, which we might not be, this is just an appeal to God, but dressed up in despair and tech babble. We don't need some spreadsheet to run things, and we are more than capable of handling our own stuff. We have so far. Tech billionaires want you to feel powerless because it helps them and their bottom line. I don't know. I do think a lot of tech billionaires are just idealists, you know? They just see the world a certain way, and they try to make it so. That doesn't necessarily make them right. It just means they're often quite good, or they at least try their best to bring their vision to the world. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is sort of beside the point. I agree with some of what you said, and it'd be nice to have a smarter, better aligned being in charge. The new rule is you can't complain like this unless you run for some public office yourself. I.e., what they're saying here is, you know, unless you're doing something yourself, you can't be unhappy. That's probably not... I guess this is be the change you want to see in the world. That's what this line is. So whether you agree with that or not, if the only people running, I can read. It's just some of these comments don't make sense. If the only people running keep being the people we don't even want to consider for office and or ladder climbing, self-motivated leeches, there's no hope whatsoever. Okay. AI sounds like a potential solution, but always remember anyone evil can take advantage of anything and use it in an evil manner. Yeah, I mean, hopefully AI will be a sort of neutral technology. Of course, there's always going to be biases, but I do think companies and people are working hard to, you know, acknowledge biases and sort of work on them. It would just take a lot of people working on these things, and it would take a long time for these things to get good. You really need Jesus in your life. Yeah, okay. I've been feeling the same as you. You don't need an AI, you need Jesus. You heard it here first. That's actually it. That's all of the comments. So I guess we'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts below on the post. Yeah. Thanks for watching.